the face serves a twofold purpose in understanding it. First of all, I think what you find is that the face is a representation of the energy that molds it. It's like anything is, the outside can't be different from the inside. So one is a representation of the other. We can't see the energy in the same way as we can't see the miasms, we can't see the vital force, but you can understand the nature of it by what it produces. And so in that sense, what we can do at a very clinical level is that we can begin to understand the nature that is within a patient or within a person by being able to read the expression of that energy. And one of the most important parts about the face, I mean, some people will say to me, look, can you read that in all body structure? And the answer is probably you can. But the reason why it's in the face is because, like I said at the beginning, it serves a twofold purpose. And the second part of the importance of the face is that our face is our expressive medium to other people around. And so what we have is that our face is the way that we communicate with others, and our face is the way that we tell other people and try and get our basic needs and requirements, particularly our basic emotional survival needs regarding across to other people. So what we do is that because we've always lived in groups from the very first day, then what we're used to is understanding the body language and facial expressions of everyone around us. And our face is the tool that we use to communicate this language. You can't communicate, ideas can be put through words really effectively, but emotion can't be. And basic needs are emotional. Like it's not just the physical things of I feel hungry, but even when it's somebody who's feeling hungry, you can still tell that there is something physically going on, because when they express how hungry they are, they never do it with this blank face. They always, oh, I'm so hungry, or that, you know, all emphasis comes from the face. So when there is something that is vital for us, something that is basic to the way that we survive and what we need to get for ourselves, because we're looking, when I say get for ourselves, it's not just a thing of supplying basic needs too. We all have this kind of platform that we need for us to be happy. Because if you live entirely in the mind, then you lose touch with the physical world. If you're entirely in the physical world, then you never evolve into anything more than just kind of, you're always living to your biology, I guess. Your biology is dictating your conversations, it's dictating your aspirations. So you need that balance between the two. But you can't ever be mindful until your basic survival needs are met. And I'm not just simply talking about food and shelter, they are generic needs. What I'm talking about is that we all have certain fears that are in us. And those fears are primal, and we're born with them. And we're born with them because we, in a true evolutionary sense, it's not in a species' best interest to pass... it's not in a species' best interest to fail to pass on any sort of survival tool that isn't effective to the next generation. It's not about just keeping it for that one individual and then not passing it on. If it works, then nature makes sure that the next offspring gets all the benefits that is passed on genetically. And with human beings, because we don't alter physically, you know, we don't have grow long coats in colder climates, and we don't have camouflage for people that live in the jungle. We're all essentially the same, because what the greatest survival tool for human beings is our knowledge. And the thing with knowledge is that we've got this idea that people are born clean slates, so there's no prior knowledge that's being passed down from one generation to the next. And that, I think, is a really big mistake, because what the clinic shows us is that, in fact, people are born with a whole set of needs and fears and aspirations already in place. And these are things that are passed down from generation to generation. What that's got to do with the face, in getting back to the original question, is that we will try and secure our needs and buffer ourselves against these primal fears that are handed down to us. And the way that we can do that is by endearing the right people towards us, by making sure the right circumstances come towards us that will either negate the fear or promote the aspiration. And we do that by, supply and demand, attraction and repulsion. And it's all unwritten, it's all unconscious, but human beings, because we are so interwoven to being community animals, we're so tuned in to everybody else's body language that when we are in balance, then we bring towards us the right people who will then in turn create the right circumstances for healthy and beneficial circumstances and events to occur. But when we're in a negative way, or we're out of balance, then what happens is that we can begin to draw towards us people who are going to capitalise on that.